Welcome back, everyone. You know, we're really fortunate. Right in our backyard is a world-renowned ranch that, for better part 25 years, I think the anniversary is coming up next year, has given children who have life-threatening illnesses an opportunity to be outside, to be in the Adirondacks, and to experience firsthand what a lot of us take for granted whenever we go horseback riding, we go skiing, name any outdoor activity. And joining me today is the Corporate and Special Events Manager, Robin DeMattos from the Double H Ranch. And joining us is Karen Paulo. And you're the co-chairperson for the upcoming gala, the annual gala, right? Mm-hmm. So welcome, both of you, and welcome back.
Thank you.
Nice to have you back again. You know what, Robin, let's start with you. Give us a little bit of a history about Double H.
Double H Ranch was founded in 1991
Wow.
when Charlie Wood, who was the founder of Storytown and The Great Escape, read an article in Newsweek magazine about a camp called the Hole in the Wall Gang in Connecticut. And he read about this fabulous place and decided he really wanted to open a camp for children with life-threatening illnesses in upstate New York. Mm-hmm. So he took the time to call Paul Newman, who had founded the original Hole in the Wall Gang, and Paul Newman actually said to him, "Thanks, but no thanks. I don't want to open another one." But Charlie was really pretty persuasive. So he got Paul Newman to come up and look, and together they decided to open a second camp, and they toasted to health and happiness, and that's why we're the Double H Ranch.
Yes, hey, I knew that. And I want to go back and talk about that, because before we went on air, you said something very interesting about that. But when the ranch started, it was primarily summer activities, right? And then it expanded into winter activities as well.
It was. We were primarily summer, and now we have our own snowmaking equipment, and we teach adaptive winter sports, including snowboarding, skiing, and if you can't walk and you're not mobile enough, we have a monoski, so you can go down our mountain as well.
And again, I think the proper term for all of this is adaptive sports, right?
Yes.
Meaning that they are adapting the particular sport to the needs of the individual.
Yes.
Which is really wonderful, because if it didn't exist, these kids would never have the opportunity.
No, we've become a year-round facility as well,
right.
So we do fall and spring programming for family support weekends as well.
That's interesting, because you know we've interviewed you a lot, and I particularly like the family weekends. That's when the whole family comes up and stays at the ranch, correct?
It is. It's a pretty neat weekend, and we do a lot of them throughout the year, but we do one in conjunction with Glens Falls Hospital called Cindy's Camp Comfort.
Right, yeah.
We do a weekend for kids that have autism, a weekend for kids that have diabetes, and so on and so forth throughout the fall and spring.
How many kids a year does the ranch serve?
So we serve about 850 over the summer,
Wow.
and then we have our own adaptive winter sports program that is probably about 250 other kids, and then in the fall and spring, so probably we're serving over 2,000 families a year right now.
That's remarkable. Karen, I made mention of the health and happiness. You started as a volunteer.
I did.
Why?
A few years back, because I felt an incredibly...
Yeah, that's okay. No. I know. Yeah, the reason I ask you that is because I know it is. It's emotional.
It's
I mean, here are these
emotional,
kids that have all of these needs, and you know, it's really quite giving of you. You know,
When you see a child that is in a wheelchair flying down a mountain and yelling with happiness and the joy, it's contagious. It's something that grabs you and you just want more.
Yeah,
more.
I know.
It's a wonderful, wonderful feeling.
You know, I've been to the camp, and we've covered many stories over the years there, and every time I go there, it's like the first time I've ever been there, because it's so funny. If I could describe this to you, it's not the surroundings. The surroundings are beautiful, and it's a wonderful opportunity and everything else. You can't take your eyes off the faces of the kids. You can just never do it. So a couple of years down the road, you're now the co-chair of the biggest gala event, the summer event, correct?
Yes.
And how'd you manage to get that? Did she rope you into this deal, or what?
Like I said, it's contagious.
That's right. The event is always in the summer.
Always.
It always has kind of a Western theme, as I've noticed too, right?
Yes.
So tell me
Happy
about this year's
trails.
event.
Happy
Trails. You couldn't find something more original
It's
than
awesome.
Happy Trails. So tell us about Happy Trails.
So we're expecting a really large crowd. The Great Escape is extremely generous to us, and the park is shut to the general public at night. So it's an opportunity not only to come support the ranch, but to come actually ride the rides when no one else is there.
Yeah, yay,
So
private party.
Come and have fun for a good cause.
Private party for 800 or so people. I've been to
Just a
this.
few.
My wife and I have been to this event a couple of times, and I'm just really, you're stunned by the support the community gives this event. You know, it's a big deal to go there. People look forward to going there. And the reason that we're starting to tell you about it now, even though it's in June, what's the date in June?
June 25th.
June 25th, is that you want to make plans early to be able to go to this event. With 800 and something people, this place gets full. I mean, there's no doubt about it.
We have over 200 kids that come and ride the rides as part of our children's program as well. So it's a great way to kick off the end of school.
And in case you want to know, you're probably putting one and one together here, but it costs over $3 million a year, you were telling me?
3.6 million.
Holy mackerel, $3.6 million for this ranch to exist, a year. So now you know why your support is so important. Well, tell us about, who's the music? What's the music this year?
They are the Stones Mountain Band.
Rawr.
Not the Stones.
Oh, come on. That's a reference to anybody my age, by the way.
They're pretty fabulous. They've
Yeah,
been helping
they
us for
are,
a couple
you're
of years
right.
now.
Nicely themed, too, by the way, I might note.
They
You know?
are.
Yeah. And I always recall, too, silent auctions or something like that, right?
The silent auctions are done in a way that it's just there. It's not your typical, you know, bidding. Well, there's bidding, but it's not your it's fun.
That's right.
It's fun. There's food trucks. It's an environment where it's casual.
We're the only
laid
gala in
back.
town where you can wear your jeans.
Yeah.
Yeah, as a matter of fact,
We encourage
you
jeans.
encourage them. I know that. Yeah,
Absolutely.
I've seen some pretty snappy jeans over the years there. I'll tell you.
Some pretty snappy cowboy hats.
You
too.
know, I'm for the $15 a pair of jeans. I saw some jeans that looked like they were $1,000 or something. I mean, you know, casual is the right word here. Everything is set up like on picnic tables and stuff. People mingle. It's really it is the event. I got news for you. And 25th anniversary is coming up next year, correct?
Next year, we'll be kicking it off in January.
Boy, that's really hard to believe because you've been there. You told me over 15 years, right?
Almost 16 going on 17 years.
That's great. All right, what's the date again?
June 25th.
What day of the week is that?
It's a Saturday night.
Okay, so Saturday, June 25th, at the Great Escape
Yes.
is where the Double H Ranch holds its annual summer gala. So make plans now, and they can go to the website and do stuff like
They
that.
can
right?
absolutely go to the website.
Good, good. Okay. Well, Robin, great to see you again.
Thank you.
Karen, thank you very much for
Thank
coming
you.
in and for co-chairing such an important event.
Awesome.
All
Thank
right?
you.
And we'll see you soon.
Thanks.
Thanks.
To see this interview again, you can head to our website, looktvonline.com.